everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marsha. Today I'm going to make a tomato pie. We're starting to get a lot of good summer tomatoes in our garden, from our garden and our neighbor's garden, so I wanted to show y'all how to do this. Now this is another seasonal recipe that I do. I do only do this during the summertime because wintertime tomatoes, like hothouse tomatoes, are just not that good. But summertime tomatoes are delicious, they're juicy, they're awesome. So let's get started. I've got all my tomatoes cut up. Now I want to talk about my little knife sharpener today. I used this knife right here to cut them, and I just sliced them. I cut the very little ends off of them, threw those away, and then I sliced them and I put them on this paper towel. But my son bought me this little Chef's Choice knife sharpener for Mother's Day, and I love this thing. And you just turn it on and you run your knife this way 2 or 3 times, and then you do it like this inside here, I guess, to polish it off. It will make your knives sharp as I don't know what. So love that thing. I'm going to set it down over here. Wanted to show y'all that. It's one of my favorite little kitchen gadgets that I have that he gave me. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, I need to take, it calls for 4 to 5 large tomatoes sliced. That's what I've done, and it's telling me that I need to put them on a paper towel because you have to get some of the juice out because tomatoes are very juicy and you don't want all that. So you let them sit for about 10 or 15 minutes on a paper towel. That's what I've done. And then we need a half a cup of sweet onion. So what I did is I sliced it really small and I just sauteed it in a pan till it was translucent. And that's that, and a little bit of olive oil. And then I need a cup and a half of mayonnaise and 2/3 cup of sour cream. And I have that here, and I need to mix that in this bowl because we're going to be layering this. So here's my mayonnaise. Sour cream. Alright, let's get that together. Put that in there. I'm going to mix this up real good. I'm going to set this in the sink so it'll be out of the way. I think it's piling up. I've been canning green beans and I've been cooking this morning, so we're going to get this started. We love tomatoes. My son-in-law Joshua loves this tomato pie. My kids come over every Tuesday night to eat with me, and I always cook something. And I had made some pinto beans with a ham bone in the Instapot this weekend, and I always make enough for like 2 or 3 meals, and what we don't eat I freeze it. So I've got that made up, it's in the refrigerator, and I'll heat those up tonight. I'll make some cornbread and we're going to have this tomato pie. Now I'm going to make, it makes 2, the recipe makes 2, and I'm going to take one of those to work with me today for my co-workers. And then I'm going to have the other one tonight with my pinto beans and cornbread. All right, so you have to layer now. Now let me talk about this. We also have 2 cups of mild cheddar and 2 cups of mozzarella. Any brand you want, anything you like. I just used Kraft because it was on sale this week. I'm going to set that over here in the sink out of the way. And then I need a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I use that, just the store brand, and then I have to have salt and pepper. And I think that's it. So we're going to have to layer this. So I'm going to try to layer both of them together. And I have these pie crusts, and I pre-baked it. I just brought it out and set it on the counter for about 15 or 20 minutes, let it thaw up, and then I baked it for 12 minutes at 400 degrees. And I did both of them that way. And I'm just going to load both of them up here. Because if you don't bake the pie crust before you put it in there, the tomatoes are still juicy. Even though you're letting them set out, they're still a little juicy. So you need to make sure that you bake because that'll make for a soggy pie. Now my oven is preheated. It's singing to me to tell me. I'm going to grab a couple of paper towels because I think I need to blot these tomatoes real quick. Let's see. I'm just going to blot the tops of these a little bit. Like I said, I've got them laid out on a paper towel, and I'm just going to blot these just a little. Get a little bit more juice off of them. I don't know. They may be okay to do. All right, that looks better. All right, let's see how we're going to layer this. I'm having to read my recipe because, like I said, this is a summertime thing, and I don't do it all year round. Medium bowl. Now it says that we are going to layer in the pie crust our tomatoes, onions, salt, pepper, mayonnaise mixture, and the cheese, and we're going to do that 2 times. So I'm just going to start working in here. I'm going to layer these tomatoes in. And I may have cut too many tomatoes. This is a lot of tomatoes, guys. But I'll make it work best I can. Let's see, let's use these bigger ones on the bottom. Okay. So it looks like I'm getting about 5 large slices in there, and then I'm going to put these onions in there. Get me a little spoon. I think that might be better for my onions, or a big spoon. This little thing's not going to cut it. All right, now I'm just going to sprinkle these around a little bit. I may do better with my hands. That's probably what I'll do. They're clean. Might be the best thing. Sprinkle those around with my hands, like that. All right. Now we're going to do salt and pepper. And I've not put any salt and pepper in anything, so you want to probably salt them pretty good. There's going to be a little salt in your cheese. Salt and pepper. Now we're going to put some of our mayonnaise and sour cream mixture in there. Let's try probably a little more on that side. A little more. Okay. Now I have an offset spatula somewhere in here. There it is. That might be the best thing to smooth that out. So we're going to smooth that out over your tomatoes. Just like so. And the edges of my pie crust cracked a little bit, and it's probably okay. It'll be just fine. Might be a little messy cutting it out, but this is kind of a messy thing to eat anyway. Then I'm going to take half my cheese mixture. That's what it looks like so far. And I'm going to put it in there. Generous amount, because we're going to do 2 layers. Do a generous amount, because we like the cheese. Alright, now we're going to do 1 more layer of tomatoes. And I think I've cut too many. These were large tomatoes. I didn't realize how big they were, but we'll have them another time, or we can eat a tomato sandwich or something like that with them. It'll be alright. Let's see, I'm going to take some of those. I have to go to work today. It's Tuesday. I don't have to go in until the afternoon. So we'll have a busy afternoon, and then I'll come home and we'll have dinner tonight. Let's see, I might get some of these smaller ones in there. I don't want to waste them. Put them down in there. Make it good and tomatoey. Let's see. Yep, right there. Yeah, that would be good. Put them down there. All right, now we're going to take the rest of our mayonnaise sour cream mixture. Dollop that on top so we can spread it out. It's been hot here where we live in our garden. Like I said, all of our stuff's starting to come in. I'm canning green beans this morning, and I've made another round. I made some squash pepper relish the other day, and we've been making pickles and all kinds of stuff. Put all that stuff up while you can. It'll be good to eat this winter, and then we're enjoying our stuff that's coming in too. I've made a couple of squash casseroles, and I fried squash. I've fried a couple of rounds of okra, and we're going to continue. I think I'm going to put 1 more little tomato right here. This one looks like she's lonely. There we go. So this doesn't have to look perfect, guys. You just kind of smooth it out, because you want to. Probably need to get a spatula. We could use this one. Well, I forgot to put my 2nd layer of onions on there. Well, I guess I'll do it right on top. Oh, no. That'll be all right. I'm crazy sometimes. I'm doing 48 things at once. So there you are. All right. And salt and pepper. And then we got to top it with the rest of the cheese. Let's smooth that out just a little bit. Top it with the rest of the cheese. Let's see here. Mash it down a little bit so it'll hold everything. These are deep pie shells, and they still make a large amount. It's still going to be huge. And when I bake it, I'll make sure to put it on a baking sheet and not put it directly in the stove, because if you just put it directly on the rack, if it bubbled over, then it would be a big old mess. So All right, now here's my Parmesan cheese, and I'm gonna, it says to sprinkle it on the top. Got some little chunks in there. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but my beans, the pressure's going down in my beans in my canner over there. It's making a squeaky noise. We'll be getting those out here in a little bit. All right. And after you cook this, if you have any fresh basil, you can put some basil on top. I don't have any basil, so I won't be doing that today. But here it is, guys. This is good Southern tomato pie. Right there's one, and here's two. Like I said, I'm going to bake one here in just a little bit, and when I take it out, I'll come back and I'll let you see what it looks like. And I'll talk to you soon. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm going to show you my tomato pie. I baked it at 400 for 22 minutes, and this is what she looks like. She's good and golden brown. And now with the tomato pie, you have to let it set about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, but 10 minutes is better. Longer than that if you want to, before you cut into it, because if you cut into it right now, it's just going to run out everywhere, so it kind of has to set a little bit. So here it is, and I hope you try this, and if you like it, please let me know, and please go to my YouTube page and subscribe to Meals with Marsha and like this, and I'll talk to you later.